If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hi, I'm Brianna.
Hi, I'm Quentin.
And this is Resilient Love, a podcast about love, tips on life, and how to level up in your business. Let's get started. Hey everybody, we're back today with another episode. We hope that you have enjoyed the episodes you've heard thus far. And so let's get into it. This episode is about your dollars making sense. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into it, Q. Our first point we wanted to talk to you all about is follow your dollar. How does that correlate with our topic today?
Real simple, because it's real relatable to real life currently. So, short story is basically we all love Chick-fil-A. If you do not, I'm a little concerned.
We're going to have to put you on the altar.
Because that is little chicken heaven. But anyway. So.
And I was a part of that chicken industry.
So the point I'm making about Chick-fil-A is
service.
The service is just remarkable. Like you feel like you're important. You feel like the president just came. Like you are the
red carpet.
Yes.
Red Chick-fil-A carpet. And as a former employee, I can tell you all that is a part of the business structure, making remarkable fans, remarkable customers, having you all have a awesome experience. So in essence, when we talk about service and following your dollar, I want you to think about your other food chain, which is Wendy's. Now, you may say, well, what is your point about following your dollar? Well, following your dollar goes with the service aspect. What you pay for is what you get. And when you go to Chick-fil-A, you're paying not just for the food, but you're paying literally for an experience. Because let's be honest, if you have a bad experience, would you pay for it? Would you pay for a bad experience?
No, and I could share. I had a bad experience once at a Wendy's. I ain't gonna call out which one. I'm not gonna call out, and I ain't gonna call out what city. I'm just really showing grace right now.
Yes,
really showing grace.
So what happened to you?
I ain't gonna say exactly what happened. I'm not going to say what happened. I want to, but I'm not because it's irrelevant now. But my point is...
The people waiting for you.
The people waiting for me, even down to the food, it was just horrible.
Yeah.
I stopped going. I didn't go for like a whole year. Was it a year?
Yeah,
it was like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't go back. I don't care how hungry I was. I'd rather eat the gravel from the side of the road before I ate from there because it was so disrespectful. So my point is about Chick-fil-A versus Wendy's, and nothing against Wendy's. Whoever got the Wendy's food chain, all I'm going to say is do better with your small franchises. Get down on your owner so it does not just drive your brand down into the ground and you be the next Kmart. So
basically, Lord, he done went down the street.
I'm not trying to go down the street.
But you have to follow your dollar because dollars make sense. It makes sense to spend. Let me go simple. A Chick-fil-A meal is like $6-7. But if you go to Wendy's, you can get a 4 for $4. Now, granted, you can get a $6 or $7 meal from Wendy's. But our point for you all on this particular topic of following your dollar is that dollar you just gave that chain is going to what? Reproduce or keep them in business. So in essence, you want to make sure that your experience, the food itself, and the overall, I want to support this, continues to stay in effect. Now, you might say, well, I've had a bad experience at both locations you all just mentioned. Well, I get it. Everybody doesn't have a top-notch day. But our point is quality over quantity. You know what I mean? There are some situations where you might say, I'll spend the extra $3 because of the quality.
Yep. So, and so many people are geared to going for the 4 for $4 versus the Chick-fil-A based on the price. Well, I work in retail. My wife works in retail. We both work in retail. And the number one rule of thumb is to not look at the price before looking at the benefits and the features first. So, with that being said, the next topic on Follow Your Dollar, do not apologize for what you are spending.
Now that key point right there is because a lot of times, like, I never forget it. I have to get Lane Bryant bras. Shout out to Lane Bryant. And Lane Bryant does cater to women who fit sizes B cup all the way to an I. Okay, you might say, what? They have I? Talk to me after this podcast. I'll talk to you more about it. But the point is, Lane Bryant bras start at $35. Start at. The highest bra in the store is about $70. And you might say, what? So you telling me one bra, $60 to $70? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. But I'm not going to apologize for what I'm spending, because this bra is going to be able to cater to my need better than going to Walmart. Going to Walmart for a bra is going to not cater to my need. So I'm not going to apologize for spending the extra funds because it's something that I need. And guess what? The longevity of the bra is an investment. So I'm not going to apologize for spending the extra, $20, $30 when I know the bra is going to last me 3 months, 4 months. So always remember, don't apologize. If somebody decides to go to Dollar Tree versus Michael's, I have literally been watching a lot of do-it-yourself fall decor. And I'm going to link the lady I've been watching. Her Dollar Tree decor is awesome. I showed Q. He was like, bet, we'll do this later. But she made a fall wreath with Dollar Tree items, 100% Dollar Tree. But I know some women at my church, in my local community, that will go to Michael's. I promise you, the price tag from the Dollar Tree wreath, it was probably about $10. The price tag on the Michael's wreath is like $30, $40. But guess what? They both have a wreath. So don't apologize for what you spend. Don't apologize. Go ahead, baby. Let's go to the next point.
So our next point is investments. Our first point is very significant. So it is do business with those that are willing to do business with you as well as support you.
Right?
So, you go first on this one, because I can think of a lot of things.
So, for those of you who may or may not know, I am a serial entrepreneur. Yes, I am. I am somebody who enjoys multiple aspects of business. And so with that being said, I have my own media marketing company as well as a paparazzi consultant. I'm a paparazzi consultant. And with that being said, I do a lot of lives or one-on-one interactions with people concerning the two entities. And so when you're doing business with people, you want to do, I remember a phrase that was said in a meeting. It says, go with the willing, right? Go with the willing. Go with those who are willing to do the work. Go with those who are willing to make the investment. For those of you who know this, paparazzi accessories is $5 per piece. Unless it's one of our Z collections, and that's $25. But in essence, do business with somebody who wants to support you. Now, I'm not saying that, if Sally only buys one thing from you in 2 years, don't support her. No, it's just simply saying, hey, you took the time out to say, hey, I support you, Bree. I'm going to take the time to support you in the capacity that I can. Because sometimes support isn't $1. Let me be clear. Support is sometimes being a listening ear, giving advice, sharing a post on social media. Your support goes beyond $1.
Oh, and that was a mouthful. And I really hope some people caught it. And for those that didn't catch it, I know some people probably ain't going to say amen because it might have something in some type way. But I just say if you feel like you are the one that feels convicted, then just change something about it. Anyway, the next part about that is in investing, and I can speak on this definitely, not expecting a quick return is a valuable piece of advice that you really need to take when investing in things, places, people. You may not get a quick return, but look for longevity in all you do. And a quick return does not always mean financial. Money comes and go.
Right.
But some things you just can never replace. You could never replace the amount of support that you could get from a whole community. You could never replace the connections.
Right.
You could never replace people supporting you in a way that, when I think about David in the Bible tending the sheep, but able to connect with people to put him in high places later on. You can't just put a solid value on just $1. So don't expect a quick return all the time. That's not every time, but sometimes it takes a while. But if you go in not expecting, you won't get your feelings hurt.
And then to add to that, Quentin and I have our t-shirt line, Purpose Apparel, and one time we literally had a complete family order Wake Up, Pray Up, Level Up shirts. I'm just amazed at the fact that we had put the shirts out, and we just didn't necessarily have a lot of people jump on the shirt. But when we had that family come to us, and we're talking about 8 to 10 family members, it was like, oh my God, amazing. So that's why we say to you, don't expect a quick return. You just gotta keep grinding and investing. You gotta make sure that your dollars make sense.
And also, I said the word, I'm very big on words. I said not expecting. So, and I just want to bring clarity that not expecting a quick return does not mean don't have high expectations.
Right.
Because faith is part of having expectations.
That's true. That's very true.
So don't minimize the faith because it ain't happening right now.
Then, exactly.
Just don't be expecting a quick return. Be content with wherever you find yourself.
Go ahead, that's Bible.
So you can then be blessed.
That's right. Have expectations, but do not put a timeline on the expectation. Mm-hmm. Just trust that it's going to happen. And we were talking about...
Oh, yeah. I forgot, yeah. So
his other point.
So, okay, so real talk.
Real talk.
So, my wife Brianna looks at me a little funny sometimes because I'm a little extra sometimes when it comes to taking care of stuff. I go the extra mile. I ain't no telling. I don't know. I didn't have a lot growing up. I remember rocking the same pair of shoes the whole school year. So now with everything I get, I just appreciate it so much.
Right.
And I just have always been like that. Like I go the extra mile just to take care of it. Like I might step in some mud. I got,
He does his little routine regimen to get it right. So trust me, when you see Q step out, he's stepping right.
And if he got a stain spot or anything,
it will not come out of the house. It will not. Trust me.
But, the big point I want to get into with this is, let's say, of course, everybody gets a tax return.
Right.
Most people, when we get that tax return, we just looking like, it's like money. Money. We thinking about Walmart. I'm about to cop these new shoes I've been waiting for all year.
Why Walmart though?
Oh snap! Amazon is cool. I miss Cyber Monday, but I'm back, baby. I'm back. So we thinking about all these temporal things.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting
having nice things,
but you got to take care of it. And then when you do purchase with an investment
mindset.
Intent.
Yeah.
Truly. So, for example, if I like suits, I like my casual wear. Because I'm driven to entrepreneurship. I'm destined for. That's my thing. Certain rooms, certain people I gotta be in front of. I know I need to be casual or in a suit. And sometimes I got to go the extra mile because I am an African-American male.
Right.
And, the stereotypes on my kind is a little different. So, with that being said, if I got $2,500 in tax returns and I say, well, part of me investing in myself is I'm going to take $500 and get me 2 suits, some slacks, some shirts, because I know I'm going to be in front of a lot of people. I'm setting myself up for where I'm trying to go.
Success. You're literally dressing for success.
Mm-hmm. But along with that, take care of the stuff.
Right. So if you put that money into the clothing, make sure you do necessary measures to keep the clothing so that the investment is not in vain. Because let's think about it. If you invest in a car, the car depreciates as soon as you turn on the car. Like, as soon as you put the key in the ignition, it just went down.
And it's funny. It's funny because I had to learn the hard way about vehicles. And
yeah, I want him to speak on that real quick because the vehicle part, a lot of us, especially as women, some women were raised to understand the aspects of car buying, but also as a woman, especially when you're dealing with male car salesmen, they like to fast talk you. So we want to give y'all a 5-minute lesson, male or female, about car sales, because this, like Q really taught me. He got me the game. He brought the game on this one. So let Q speak on that car sales. 5 minutes.
So the first point is never go to a lot blind. And honestly, don't do anything you don't want to do. Most people don't like going to a lot because they end up spending a lot of time. They feel like they got a pushy salesman. They feel like it's just too much going on, and it can be mind boggling. It's too much going on. They're trying to haggle you, figure out what's in your account, figure out what you can do. And the worst part about it is, let's say your credit score is maybe like a 600. Not the best, but not the very worst either. You're in the middle. But now they're putting you on something, they're suggesting, recommending you for a Nissan Versa when you wanted the Nissan Maxima. Don't settle less for what you want. If they ain't going to give it to you, move on. Just say no, walk away. And when you go, get you somebody that know about cars. That when you go buy a car, get somebody that know about cars. And a lot of times, as I was telling my wife earlier, a lot of people don't understand mileage.
Yes.
I've been around cars for a while. I've been around cars with my dad. I just know. I might as well just go into car business for myself. But anybody looking for investment, we'll talk later. But anyway,
so break down what I said earlier about how my car versus my niece's car.
So, okay, Bree was saying she was giving me the mileage about her niece's car, which was like 116,000 miles. Some people look at it, oh my God, I got to get rid of this car. No. There are certain brand of cars that you don't even have to worry about.
Right. Honda being one of those brands. Honda and Toyota
and Nissan
are reliable.
Now, and let me also give game to some people that got this terrible illusion of the wrong idea. A Lexus, which is my preference, and I recommend along with Toyota, guess what? It's the same thing. A Lexus actually has Toyota parts. It's just a name, has a little bit more luxury. The seat's a little softer. It got a little extra bounce when you hit, it got that little swag. But nevertheless, it's the same thing.
So you basically saying that it's great value versus Folgers?
Kind of, sort of. Let me put it this way. Toyota and Lexus, it's like, it don't even matter.
So it's literally like potato.
Mm-hmm. It's just your preference. Some people are simple. Some people don't want the leather seats and the moon roof and the heated seats and all this other features.
Yeah.
Some people just want plain.
Give me the car.
Right.
Yeah. Show me the Carfax.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you got to think about your price points. Your Lexus is going to cost more because it's considered a high-end vehicle.
Yeah.
Toyota is a little bit more low-end, but technically everybody's in competition. So your Toyota now, today, is actually just as good as the Lexus now. Everybody's in competition.
Yeah.
So the thing I was telling Brie about was, when you're looking at a vehicle, understand mileage and understand price points.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand it, have somebody with you that understands it. And never, here's where I made a mistake, never pay double for a used car than what it's worth. Yeah. Because when you especially when you're financing, when you're buying period, but especially when you're financing, for one, you're going to get interest rates that's going to be on the back end, feel like what you would have paid for $10,000, now you're paying $18,000.
Uh-oh.
That's interest.
Yeah.
Something you ain't even seeing. And then car depreciates.
Right.
The Toyota and the Lexus happens to be two vehicles, and Honda happen to be vehicles that don't depreciate as quickly.
Remember, every car depreciates. Just those particular brands are not as quick. And we wanted to, everybody, if you could, just give Quentin a round of applause for that. Because that was just so good. I wanted us to take some time to talk about that because when you're investing in a car, when you're investing in clothing, when you're investing in electronics, you want to make sure that you have that understanding of the product itself and the value in which it has.
Let me say this real quick, and this is very important to me. The average person look and say, well, a lot of people bank on the lotto. Well, here's the thing that people don't really take in consideration. Everybody's a millionaire.
Ooh.
Everybody's a millionaire, and some have even hit billionaire status. But here's the problem. They have never been able to follow their dollars, so none of it made sense.
Oh, my God. Did you catch that?
So we, ourselves in our household, we have probably we've seen, $100,000, $200,000 this year, but we can't put our hands on it because we gave it all away. And now we can't trace it.
Yeah.
So how can I put $1,000 into something that I can't never see again? That makes no sense. How? That's not a good financial principle.
Yeah.
Just like the church, the Bible says be good stewards.
Right.
If you can't be good stewards of your own finances, what you expect to come back and return on your investment? ROI. Return on investment. You can't reap bad habits, bad principles, and expect good things to come back. It ain't magic. It's principles.
Yeah. And so that really brings our segment to an awesome close, because that's what our last point was. We just wanted you to know that you have to really research your products. You have to figure out the great value versus the ultimate value. And, of course, financial planning, which in essence is just budgeting. So we hope that you all have really, truly gained some keys, some tips that gave you just some knowledge about how your dollars can make sense.
So, and with that being said, do not feel that, oh man, Brianna and Quentin is on some tight pedestal. No, we're not. We're learning each and every day. We trial and error each and every day. We had more trials than ever in the last year. So, and one day we're going to be able to share those with you, but not today. But, just know that it's a learning process. If things just were always good, there would be no point in life. You could learn nothing. It would be pointless.
Yeah.
So God takes you through the cycles of life to teach you things, and then ultimately so you can spread wisdom as we are trying to do. We've learned quite a bit. In this season and the last 2 seasons, getting married that quick, and it's just certain things you learn, and it's really changed our lives.
It has. So thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you all on the next one. Bye.
Thanks for listening to our podcast, Resilient Love.